For me, music is a journey, a roller coaster ride, just like the feelings and emotions one experiences, especially with progressive music. You can experience ups and downs, dive into the minds of others, or simply floating along. So music for me is a living art style, a moving art style, and music in all its facets reflects life itself. It's actually a really fun story. Back during earlier days when the internet was relatively new, there were these free chat rooms you could go into to chat with other people who lived around your area. You typically choose a username or rather an alias you want to go by and use that name when you enter those chat rooms. I used to hang out a lot in those chat rooms with a friend of mine back then who went by the name Explorer. Based on the Explorer guitar, basically a guitar that had a unique shape that he found cool. During that time I found the name Explorer quite interesting, though I liked the sound of it. I didn't fully grasp the meaning behind it since I barely knew any English back then. To be honest, at first I thought it has something to do with programming and computers, because the word Internet Explorer may be the first time I heard this word. But even with the limited knowledge I had, the name appealed to me in a certain way. So moving forward, I started going by it. Eventually, technology evolved, and as the reach of the internet grew, so the issues I faced about going by that name. The name was already given to another person. I thought about adding some numbers in the mix, like my birth year, then it would be Explorer 85. But after thinking about it for a while, I decided to go with Explorer 2000. Back then there was this huge trend of adding 2000 to everything, but at the same time I found that adding in gave the name a futuristic vibe, or somewhat of a millennial feel. Eventually I started making music and it just felt natural to continue by the name Explorer 2000. It's been the identity I've established for myself online for around about 10 years. So like everything else, the name evolved to become my artist name, because back then, before I made music, I had a YouTube channel I called Explorer 2000. So I stuck with this name. The name itself matches well with the music I make. It borders between futuristic and vintage, and it somewhat carries a sci-fi retro feeling to it. It intrigues with its mysterious charm and invites curiosity and reflection.